Hi guys, it's Janine. Today is Saturday, October 20th, and I am here for my weekly weigh-in and update. When I first started my journey, I was 398 pounds. I had a BMI of 72.8. Last week, I weighed in at 167.4, and this morning I weighed in at 168.2. So I am up 0.8. Obviously I'm not happy about that, but Lord knows it could be worse. So I had a really rough week again. My food was mediocre for the week, but one day I did binge out on Burger King. I really did binge on Burger King. It was officially a binge. I ate the buns. I went crazy on carbs. I just did. I did run 2 times this week. I went for 2 runs, and I was really happy about that. I'm very proud of that, because running is not something I do easily. I don't know if I'm just not built for running. I mean, I am short, my legs are short, you know, so running is definitely hard for me, but it's something I've always wanted to do, so it's something I enjoy pushing myself at. I just don't like it yet, so I'm gonna keep at it and you know, see if it gets easier and if I start to like it eventually. By the way, if you are friends with me on Facebook and I start my Nike running thing, I'm going to put a little picture of what it looks like over here. If you see this little icon on Facebook, hit the like button for me on that post, and it makes my earphones make a little cheer noise. So it actually keeps me from stopping. It sounds kind of stupid, but it's true. Because I can't stand running so much that, you know, I'll be running for like 5 minutes or something like that, and all I can think about is, maybe I should turn around and go home. Maybe I should turn around and go home. And then I get a little cheer in my earphone, and I'm like, no, let me keep going. So it actually helps me quite a bit. So if you could hit the like button for me whenever you see that little icon, I would love that. That's pretty much it on food and exercise. So from this point on, I'm just going to kind of tell you what's going on in my life. So if you want to duck out now, feel free. You know, like you guys know, I've been really moody. I'm fine one day. I'm even, you know, I'll even stretch so far as to say that I'm happy one day. And then the next day, I am a hot mess. I sit at my desk, and every free second I get, I think to myself that I hate my life. I can't wait for school to be over. I want my plastic surgery done and over with. I want to muster up the courage to date somebody. I want to have the time to date somebody. I want to make a career for myself where I'm going to have enough money to move out and live on my own and pay all my bills and get my debt down and pay my student loans off, and you know, and I have this giant picture in my head of what I want my life to be, and the only thought I think about when I think about that giant picture is how much my life today is not like that picture, and how far I have to go, and I get overwhelmed with how unsatisfied I am with my life. Lucia, again, made an incredibly insightful video Friday, and she was talking about how when you look at the big picture, you're going to get overwhelmed, but when you make small goals for yourself, you can handle it a lot better. And that's exactly what I'm doing wrong. I'm looking at the giant picture. I'm not breaking it down into small goals, and this is what is overwhelming me, and this is what is making me feel so inadequate, so unsatisfied, and I need to cut the shit. I went to my gynecologist on Monday to talk to him about my moodiness, because I told you guys last week that the nurse thought maybe I was going through early menopause. And so I sat down with him, and, you know, he had his waiting room packed. But the man was kind enough to sit down with me for a good 10 minutes straight and talk to me. He doesn't think it's my hormones at all, actually. He thinks it's totally my brain. He thinks it has to do with my anxiety. He thinks it has to do with my weight loss and my adjustment to the weight loss. And he's pretty confident that my hormones are okay. He did give me a stronger birth control pill. Instead of giving me Femcon, which is an ultra low dose birth control pill, which was what I was on, he gave me a prescription for Ortho Tricycle, which is a smidge higher. And he suggested I take that, or he suggested I get off birth control altogether and just reset my body. I don't know if I'm willing to do the no birth control thing, because that will mean I will be a raging hot mess for I don't know how long until I reset my body. And I'm sorry, I got too much shit going on in my life to allow myself to get to such a crazy point and still function like a regular human being. My plate's too full to handle all the shit on my plate while I'm crazy. I just can't do it. So I think I'm going to have the Ortho Tricycle filled and start taking that. Got my blood taken this morning. He wanted me to wait until today to have my hormones checked because he wanted the birth control that I was taking completely out of my system, so I didn't take it for a week. And had blood work this morning to check everything. You know, I'm sure I'll hear back from him on Tuesday or Wednesday, and we'll find out how my hormones are doing. Running advice. I was talking about my running issues last week. I mustered up the courage and I posted on my running group on Facebook, and they pretty much told me that I'm doing everything right, and that I'm pushing myself too much and trying to progress myself too much. They said that if the most I can do is running 3 minutes and then I have to walk for a little bit, they said keep doing that. And if you got to push it up by running 3 minutes and 10 seconds and then walking, go ahead. And then bump it up to 3 minutes and 20 seconds and walk. So they just told me to slow down, calm down, and do the best you can do, and that's it. But pretty much I'm doing nothing wrong. I watched, you guys, well, some of you guys know about one of the YouTubers. His name on YouTube is Northern Southerner. He is one of my absolute favorites because the man is so wise beyond his years. I mean, you'd think he can't be older than like 35 or 40, you know. I bet everything I have that he is not over 45. And if he is, holy shit, does he look good. But that man, you would think he is an 85-year-old man on some porch in Georgia handing out life advice. He is just brilliant. He's so wise. He has so much knowledge. He's so much wiser beyond his years. I don't know how he got so insightful at this early of an age. It's just remarkable. But he said a quote this week on one of his videos, and it's not exactly what he said, but because he kind of broke it down a little bit more. But he said, "I used to complain about my shoes until I met a man with no feet. I used to complain about my surgery until I met a man with no insurance. I used to complain about the protein I had to consume until I met a man who only consumed rice." And he said that on his video, and I was stunned. I was like, damn. Not only is that insightful, but that's true. Be grateful for what you've got, you know. Basically, quit your bitching. You know, we've all got reasons to complain. None of us have perfect lives. We all want things we don't have. We all want to fix things that are broken, we all have goals in life that we haven't reached yet, and we're all anxious to get there, but the truth is sometimes you got to stop and look back at what you do have. And you know what? I bitched and moaned for a good 2 days solid this week, and I didn't stop bitching and moaning for 2 days solid this week. And I, as much as I tried, I couldn't sit there and think, you know what, Janine, you got a roof over your head, you got 2 parents who love you, you've got food every night on the table, you can go to school every day and get your MBA, and you have a job to drive to even though it's at 7 o'clock in the morning, and you know, I'm living. I'm on a shitload of medicine to live, but I'm living, and I need to be grateful for that. I really need to be grateful for that and shut the fuck up sometimes. Last, Yvonne made, or Yvonne, I don't know, sweetheart, I don't know how you say your name. It's either Yvonne or Yvonne. I've heard it said both ways with the same spelling as you use. She made a recipe called pumpkin fluff. And basically what it is a can of pureed pumpkin, 100% pureed pumpkin, not the pumpkin pie mix. Cool Whip, pumpkin pie spice, and I used sugar-free vanilla pudding mix. And you mix all that shit together, and it is yumminess. It is so yummy. Let me know if you want me to do a super duper easy cooking video of that, because I can so easily put that together. It'll take me 2 seconds to do. So if you want me to put that together, just leave a comment below and let me know how you feel about that. Or if, you know, if what I just gave you is enough to do it yourself, then, you know, just tell me, no worries about the recipe video. So, and that'll shut me up. That's pretty much it, guys. I love you so much. I hope you have a great week. Lose big, do good. And I will talk to you next week. Bye.